And we're live, baby. Best Ball Barbecue, day number 48, consecutive stream, consecutive draft. We are closing in on 50 very, very rapidly. And also, too, if you're watching on the Player Profiler News account, YouTube page, welcome in. This is Best Ball Barbecue. One of the new shows that's going to be debuting on Profiler News for about once a week going forward here. So we're going to be drafting best ball teams. Today, we're going to be doing Best Ball Mania 5 because it is Best Ball Mania Monday. We also like to do a little trivia on this stream too. So we're going to start with that, transition our way into Best Ball Mania. But before we do any of that, let's hit the intro.
Everything will start in with us. Let's go. Let's go out. Let's go.
All right. How are we doing today? We got A1, Tyler's in here, Who Hames, Thad's in here. How are we doing? We're going to start with a little trivia here. And this is a little Deshaun Watson centered trivia. Name every player to have at least 5 receptions from Deshaun Watson. This should be very, very interesting. We'll see if we can get them all. Let's start off with the obvious one. DeAndre Hopkins. Let's start Will Fuller. Where's our boy Will Fuller? There we go. Will Fuller. Who are like the other Texans guys from that? I mean, like a tight end. Who was the one tight end? Was it Cox? Wasn't there a guy named Cox that caught a lot of balls? Oh, who was like there's some of those weird tight ends. God, why am I blanking on? Oh, Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks for sure. Brandon Cooks. There we go. Brandon Cooks. Who are like the tight ends for him? Who are the tight ends for Watson in Houston? It's like, there's like one guy on the tip of my tongue. He was old. He was like really bad, but he caught some touchdowns for him. I cannot remember his name for the life of me. Who are the running backs there? Running backs in Houston during his time. Well, I'm blanking on like the Deshaun Houston stuff. Some of those teams are bad. It was like just him. It was literally just him for a while. Who are some of those other names? Like running back. Who was like the running backs when Deshaun was there? Like Foster was gone. Damian Pierce was gone. He was after Watson left. I am David Johnson. Great poll. Great poll. Thanks, Who Hames. Thank you for that. Okay, let's do some of these Browns ones too. Let's go Amari. Okay, let's go Amari. Let's go Elijah Moore. Let's get some of these Browns guys. Let's go Njoku. If you guys have any Texans guys, please put in the chat because I'm gonna rip through these Browns guys real quick. Probably Peoples Jones on that list. There we go. Oh, he's for the that doesn't seem right. I don't know if Donovan Peoples Jones ever played for the Texans. All right, other tight ends, like how about like Harrison Bryant? Yeah, he's on the list. There we go. Who are the other tight ends there? We got what's the prompt? It's all the players to catch at least 5 passes from Deshaun Watson. That's the prompt. Other Browns guys. We got more. We got Cooper. Who else would be Schwartz? Was Schwartz kicking it when Deshaun was playing? He might have been. Schwartz. That's the name Anthony S. Schwartz. All right, wrong. What about Cedric Tillman from last year? He probably caught 5 passes. Oh, that's wrong too. Nice. Let's go Chubb then. Nick Chubb. There we go. Let's go Jerome Ford. There we go. Kiki Kuti. Oh, see, I would not remember that. That's a good one. I don't think Brevin Jordan was on the team yet, Jake. I don't think he was there. Missing 2 Browns players. 14 and 7. And he looks like the other running backs maybe. What about Dearness Johnson? He was there. Dearness Johnson? No. Kareem Hunt. That's a good one. That's a good one. Kareem Hunt. There we go. Okay, we got one more Browns player. The rest of these Texans guys. It's gonna kill me because I cannot remember like there's a tight end on the tip of my tongue. I cannot remember his name. Like it was Pharaoh Brown might have been. Pharaoh Brown. Oh, there we go. See? Happy I got that. Other receivers. Texans receivers. Man. Woods wasn't there. Was Andre Johnson still there at the end? No, he wasn't. Damn it. Alfred Blue. I was thinking about Alfred Blue, to be honest. Alfred Blue. Good guess. Good guess. We have one more left. This like 89 one's probably gonna kill me when I see it. We got Will Fuller. We have DeAndre Hopkins. I just cannot remember him throwing the ball to literally anybody else. Braxton Miller. That's a good one, Mitch. That's a good one. Let's try Braxton. Braxton Miller. Oh, let's go. Huge. Here's the last one. Randall Cobb. Good one. Good one. Boom. Randall Cobb. Oh, who are these tight ends, man? Oh, let's just try Brevin Jordan. We lost. Okay. Jordan Akins was the guy I was thinking of. Kenny Stills, Ryan Griffin, Lamar Miller, Demaryius Thomas. When did Demaryius Thomas play for the Texans? I do not remember that. Like, these are some freaking literally like nobodies. Okay. Okay. Let's switch over to the drafting. What everyone came here to see. Let's draft some freaking Best Ball Mania 5, baby. All right. You guys know the deal. 12-second countdown. We're going to do Best Ball Mania 5 in 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are in. Waiting on two people. Waiting on two people. I'm going to pull up my exposures because this is like one of the ones I really want to know who I'm exposed to in this particular contest. So let's pull this up real fast. Let's go to exposure. Filter it by Best Ball Mania. There we go. All right. Here we go. We are in. We are off. We are picking at the 11 slot today. Picking at 11. Anybody in this draft? No one that I recognize. So if you're in this lobby, let me know in the chat. But I don't see any names that I recognize today. So maybe we'll get Leggett past ADP. Maybe we will get Leggett past ADP today. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But here we go. Picking at 11. So how much Garrett Wilson do I have? Only 8% in this contest. So I'd love to get Garrett Wilson. I have AJ Brown. I have 4%. So probably would want a little bit of him. I don't know how much Puka. I have 0 shares of Puka in Best Ball Mania too. So we'll see. We'll see. Puppy tomorrow as per Ho. Oh, that's actual news? That's actual news. Did that get tweeted out? Did that get tweeted out? Let's take a look at that real quick. Hope Bishop. There we go. What'd she say? Puppy tomorrow. Oh, let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. Come on now. They really trying to slow BBM full rate. Yeah, literally, right? I mean, I'm not gonna complain about a puppy ever getting dropped. Little $5 draft, and I'm fine with that. 100% fine with that. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Okay. Pull up the board here. Ooh, someone's about to get themselves a 103 CMC. Look at that. That doesn't happen all the time. CD Tyreek gets CMC at 103. And honestly, for the CMC at 103 thing to even matter, I think you'd really have to hope a player falls that doesn't normally fall. Like you would need probably London to fall here for it to really pay off, or JT to fall there for it to really pay off. Like a player that you would never get at the 101, but might get at the 103. So We'll have to see who this drafter gets. Because if it's just maybe if it's Olave or like, maybe Devontae. That's not even going to be that unique because people will have that. But I'm interested to see. We get Garrett Wilson at 11. That's kind of the player we were hoping to get. We're going to run that pick to the podium. Garrett Wilson. I'm drafting Garrett Wilson over AJ Brown, over Puka Nacua. I cannot be more high on Garrett Wilson for 2024, assuming Aaron Rodgers stays healthy. I just really like Garrett Wilson this year. I'm all in on that. I'm all in on Garrett Wilson over those two. I think we just roll with the Jameer Garrett pairing here. I don't see what else we would do. Could go JT. I don't know how much Garrett JT I have actually. Anyways, let's go Jameer and Garrett Wilson. Sounds like a plan to me. Kind of I wouldn't say not a rare pairing, but like, it's a little harder to get because Garrett falls one pick after their ADP. Jameer usually goes before that, so it's a little bit of a fun pairing, not something that you get every day. So I like it. Little 1-1 start, kind of balanced. I kind of always like starting my teams out balanced. Kind of good, kind of going any direction. We already have a hero running back build if we want to try that. Obviously, we'll see what running backs come back around. I've been having a rule where if Derrick Henry falls back to me at like the end of the third, he's an auto click for me. I just think I think Derrick Henry could just outscore Jahmyr Gibbs this year, if I'm being completely honest, in terms of how many touchdowns I think Derrick Henry might see. So we'll see who comes back around. I'm really interested to see who James gets with CMC. Let's see here. Like Saquon would need to fall there, I think, for it to even matter. Because like all these, like Devontae definitely falls to the 1-2 turn sometimes. Like he was I feel like Devontae is kind of coming up a little bit in terms of his ADP because I feel like he was going a little later. Like usually Saquon's not going to fall to the 2-3 turn. But Devontae might, Waddle might, Debo might, but like Saquon won't. So if Saquon's there at 210, if I'm that drafter, I'm taking Saquon 100%. Definitely taking Saquon. So we'll see if I hope Olu goes someone different just so we can see if that happens or not. They have Jamar Chase. What's going on, Wabi? How are we doing today, man? How are we doing today? CMC been falling on the stream drafts today. Okay. Do they go? I know you're not supposed to go double RB here, but I totally would because you're not a lot of teams are going to have a CMC Saquon pairing. It's a very unique pairing that I don't think you're going to get a lot of the time. So I would definitely go Saquon if I was this drafter. They go Saquon. Good pick. That's a good pick. Don't give in to the zero RB bros. Don't give in to them. This is I think this pairing outweighs the build you'd want to do. Exactly. Anthony's saying it perfectly. You would pair that just for the variance. Exactly. The variance and the rarity that you're going to have with Saquon and CMC is going to be a lot better than most of the people in this contest. Not a lot of teams are going to have CMC and Barkley. So if you have, if both of them have, our top 5 RB seasons, like you're going to be in a pretty good spot. And you can still get a receiver here. You could probably still even get DJ or DK or someone like that, Diggs, Cup, any kind of really choose your own adventure, as our dear friend Biddles would say. Goes Laporta. So really, now this is where I would have gone receiver. I get the week 17 with CMC and Laporta. I do understand it, but I personally would go receiver there. If you're starting 2 running backs, you almost have to go 2 receivers. But we'll see how they kind of rebound. I'm interested to see how that plays out. But I personally would have gone 2 receivers there, or 1 receiver there. So we'll see. We will see. Brian's in here. What's going on, Brian? Love seeing the Bo Jackson signed football card always pop up on my screen. So that's awesome. Also, too, guys, just probably be a one stream draft today. Wanna watch the finals after this stream is over. I think that starts in 15 minutes. Is it at 7 or so? I think it's at 7, not 7:30, right? Pretty sure it's at 7. So I'm really want to watch that. So we're gonna probably hop up. This drafter, Mossy Moss, going 3 RBs. Breeze, JT, and Derrick Henry. Oh my goodness. We're getting some. If we could get DJ Moore on this team somehow, that would be phenomenal. If we could pull it off. I don't think we're gonna be able to pull it off, but I would love to get DJ Moore on this. Diggs go. Can we just please get DJ Moore on this team? This would be a rare pairing too. This would definitely be fun. I would love to get DJ Moore on this team. I may have just jinxed it though. I should have kept my mouth shut. See, that's why you don't say anything. Now we're left with an interesting decision. Jets, Buffalo. I could go Allen here. I think I'm going to roll with Higgins, though. Again, wide receiver 27 is he could totally steam up in this contest. So getting him here, maybe before he does, like, God, just give me Higgins. Give me T. Higgins, man. Just give me T. Higgins. That's all I need. Just had a TikTok drop about him on my TikTok at PBR Tyler, as you can see on the upper screen. Talk about T. Higgins in the 2 healthy seasons. So him and Burrow have played 4 seasons together. 2 of them have been healthy seasons for both Higgins and Burrow, relatively at least. And in both of those seasons, T. Higgins finished as the wide receiver 12 in average points per game. So getting him as the wide receiver 27 feels good. Now I have a rule. And how much Josh Allen do I have in this contest, though? I have 16%. My rule has normally been if Josh Allen falls to the 4th, you take him no matter what. You take him no matter what if he falls to the 4th. We have a little bit of, week 17 with Wilson and Allen, probably the 2 best players, period, on both of those rosters. I also don't take a lot of Pittman, though. I kind of like Richardson, too. It's between these 2 for me. I never draft Pittman. I'm going to fade myself a little bit. Brian says Pittman. I'm going to go Pittman. I legitimately might have 0% Pittman in BBM. I do. This is my first share of Pittman in BBM. A guy I've been fading pretty much in all contests. So I kind of wanted a pair there. I also didn't want. I'm not usually too worried about bye weeks, but 3 of my first 4 picks on the same bye week was kind of scary. I don't know. Just I wasn't really feeling it. Want to get another. It's always good to go receiver too, anyways. So we'll go Pittman there. Getting a little 6th ADP value anyway. So I think that's a fine pick. If I'm wrong, it'll be a good pick. So obviously I hope I'm not wrong because I don't have a lot of exposure to him across a lot of my other teams, but you guys know what I mean. You know what I mean. Okay. We'll see. This drafter finally goes receiver with Amari Cooper as their wide receiver 1 after going probably a hyper fragile build. Just a little pissed this evening. Just a little. This drafter though, Mossy Moss is not pissing right now. They're at the pool right now. They're in the forest right now. They're climbing trees. They are climbing trees with all this green that I'm seeing here. Also, too, Tyler, if you're just joining us, the CMC Saquon pairing is really fun. Definitely something I would do, but the Laporta pick after that, probably not something I would do. If you go into running backs, probably need to go receiver in the 3rd after that. We'll see who they go with here, though. They have to double tap receiver here. You pretty much have to go Terry. I would personally go Terry, and then just kind of get whoever's left. But they go Hurts, man. They just don't care. They just don't care. Okay. All right then. To each their own. To each their own. It's not even there's not even a snack. You're snacking with Saquon, but I feel like you need a receiver. Did they get a value on that at least? Yeah, 7 picks. Still though. I gotta get a receiver. 0 wide receiver, all the rage. I love to see a CMC team bury themselves. Literally, right? And then yeah. Who are the receivers? If they can get Terry, maybe they can save it. Maybe. They have to get a crazy receiver value coming back around, but I just don't see that. I don't see that. Let's see. Pouring out for the 3 spot. Coffin roster hours. Yeah, now looking great. Also, too, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that we are about at 660 subs on this channel at the PBR Tyler channel, and really awesome. And we have some sub goals coming up. 750 subs. We're dropping the beach video, a video I filmed a while back when I was still in college, interviewing people on the beach. Very cringe video. Gonna drop it though for content. At 750 subs, we will drop the beach video. Also, too, at 1,000 subs. Memphis Young of the Dynasty Warzone is going to come back on this channel and do if we hit 1,000 subs before the beginning of the NFL season. He's going to come back on this channel in a full shiesty, and I just realized the fact that this drafter took Pacheco. No receivers through 5. They ruined a perfectly good start. They just, oh man, that's it pains me to watch. Pains me to watch. But okay, back to the ad read. Memphis Young back on this channel at 1,000 subs. Going to do a full BBM draft with me on camera in a full shiesty. You're going to get a free, someone in the chat's going to get a free year to the Dynasty Warzone Patreon, and they're getting in a listener league, Dynasty Warzone Patreon listener league as well. So we have those sub goals for us, 750 subs and 1,000 subs if we can get there before the end of the NFL off season, I guess, so before the start of the season. Okay, all that is taken care of. Bills are paid. I'm going to draft Anthony Richardson. I wanted to draft him on the way back around. We have Michael Pittman. This works out pretty great. We have 3 wide receivers. I feel like if I can just get Godwin, even I'm not the biggest Worthy fan, but maybe I can talk about. I'd rather just get Godwin. Hopefully this draft doesn't take Godwin. We could go running back too. Josh Jacobs this far after ADP is really interesting. I think this drafter is going to go. I think this drafter goes Jacobs and Godwin. That's my bet. That's my prediction. They go Jacobs and Godwin. Jacobs and Godwin is what this drafter is going to do. We'll have to see, though. Maybe I should have just gone Jacobs there. Goes Worthy. Okay, we're going to get one of these guys. Okay, I have to go Jacobs now. I have to go Jacobs. I mean, 12 picks past ADP. We don't have any Minnesota yet, but we definitely have to go Jacobs. I don't really love anyone in this range. I'll draft some guys, but I don't love them enough to do it. We could go Kittle for the week 17 with Gibbs, but this value, I feel like I just got to go Jacobs there. A little division stack too, which is always fun. So I was ready to leave the light on for a Saquon team, and that's what they do with it. Hashtag never trust Saquon drafters. True meat. Yeah, how much Saquon do I have? Do I have any in BBM? I gotta have something, don't I? Saquon. I have 0 Saquon in BBM. 24 teams. I've not drafted Saquon Barkley. Interesting. Okay, we have 37% Spears in BBM. Sheesh. 25% Kamara, 25% ETN, 20% Algier. Sheeshers. All right, then. I kind of like that. All right. I like the way this draft is going for us personally. We get a really good ADP value on Jacobs. We get Pittman, who we don't draft a lot, and we do get the stack with Richardson, who I just like taking by himself anyway, because of the simple fact that he could literally just break fantasy. So I really do like that as well. Those exposure rates hit hard when you haven't checked in a min. Yeah, literally too. And those are just my BBM exposures. Obviously, those will come down as I continue to draft. I probably drafted half the teams that I want to. I'll probably end up around 40 to 50, somewhere in that range. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how that everything turns out there. We'll have to see. Definitely don't want to have any player like over 35% or 30% really in BBM and the long haul. So we might have to slow down a little Tajay Spears, slow down on who else. Like Fant's the only guy I think I would have over 30. Fant and Leggett. And Mooney maybe. So we'll have to see. Mossy Moss giving it an honest effort, digging out of the wide receiver avalanche, though. Exactly. Mossy Moss, like they did start 3 running backs, but there you go. They go Cooper, they go Hopkins. It's not a terrible strategy. At least you're probably gonna get points on one of these guys every week, the way that we project that Tennessee is gonna pass the ball. James' first receiver is Christian Watson. Like, who else? Like, with Addison left on the board, like Christian, I mean, maybe Christian Watson's the upside play, but eesh. I mean, they have to go receiver with the next pick. They have to go receiver. There's literally not a scenario where James can afford to not go receiver. They have to go receiver. Okay. Let's see. The Moose goes Brian Thomas. James on the clock. How are they going to save this bill? I mean, who is like they cannot, like, imagine they just go Alvin Kamara here. That would be hilarious. Or like Evan Ingram here. If they go anything other than receiver, they're donating. And I don't even I hate saying that. I actually said it to hit him with a gritty the first time we met, but you know what I mean? But like that, like actual. Goes Deontay. Okay. Deontay. Yeah, that's fine pick. All right. Gotta be ladder DJ. Well, went DJ. They ended up going DJ. Good for them. All right, we're coming back to our pick here. Would love to get JSN here. Would love to do. I would even settle for JMO. I had the tweet that I posted actually not going viral, but it's getting some decent some traction on it. The who the hell is drafting JSN over JMO tweet. And obviously, like I said, someone was like no one because their ADPs are because JSN goes ahead. I was like, but they go really close to each other. Like they go back to back. It's not like okay, this is where I do draft JMO on a Jameer Gibbs team on this kind of weird, you know what I mean? Oh man, I really want to get Ingram though. Do we think that this drafter already has McBride? Do we think they would double up at tight end and go double tight end and draft Ingram? And I need the receiver though, so I have to go JMO here with the Gibbs. We only have 3. I'd like to have 4 by this point, so I have to go JMO here. I really hope they do not draft Evan Ingram. I would love to give Evan Ingram at this value. Ingram value that people like. They do. They go Daniels and they go Cooks. Let's freaking go. Exactly. It was definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Let's go, baby. Come on, fire me up. I'm really liking this start. We're looking good at receiver with Garrett T, Pittman, and JMO. Running backs are solid with Gibbs and Jacobs. We got Richardson holding on at QB, and we have Evan Ingram falling 8 picks past ADP to round out our tight end 1 spot. So I'm really liking this team. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There we go. Got Ingram at 90. Oh, I love a little Ingram at 90. I remember when we were Evan Ingram was like one of my most drafted players in the big board. Probably not so much on here. What's he drafted on here? Oh, he's still high. He's still at 25% for me in BBM. So, sheesh. Hounds. Yeah, I'm hounding out here, baby. All right. I'd love to get a little San Francisco on this team too. Like maybe not like the ones you think of. Like I'd love to get like a little maybe like Purdy, Ricky backstack kind of thing. That would be kind of fun. Oh, sheesh. I always hit that button. There we go. We're back in. Do not worry. Let the hounds cook. Hound BBQ. PPR value hound, many are saying. Oh, trust me. When I see I'll value hound from time to time, obviously. I mean, the Jacobs pick, obviously a value hound. Same thing with Pittman to a degree as well. But if it's a player that I like, I'm definitely going to value hound. I'm going to value hound most of the time anyway. Especially like a guy like Jacobs. Like Jacobs could just be really good. Getting him at the end or the beginning of the 6th round, like that's just way like Josh Jacobs 6th round. Like he could just have the same season Derrick Henry has. Could have. I think Derrick Henry has a better season, but he could have that kind of season. Like he's probably like this draft took. Oh, never mind, different round. But yeah, I don't know. Today was a tough day to be a Pearsall fader. Debating whether to start mixing him in or staying the course. What do you guys think the percentage is? This sounds like but maybe not a YouTube poll. What's the percentage that IU gets traded? What would you guys say it is? Put it in the chat. What percent would you say it is that Ayuk ends up not playing for the 49ers this season? I think I would set it at 40%. 40% that he's on a different team. 30 or 40%, somewhere in that range. TKL says 1. Meatwad says 5. And he says 10. Okay, so I'm maybe a little bit higher on this then. There's been so much smoke is the only thing. There's been so much smoke. That's the only thing that's scary, that intrigues me by this whole thing. Yeah, he's probably on the Niners, but I don't know, man. I don't know. That TikTok today was interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Coming back up. Not a lot of this is like the receiver tier I hate drafting. I hate drafting in this receiver tier. I actually despise it. I do not like it whatsoever. This is where I just hammer running backs usually. And the receivers are going out the board. You can take the mid receivers. Please do. I don't want them on my team. Romeo Dubs. No thanks. No thanks. Goes B-Rob. How much Pollard do we have? Pollard, 8%. And then how much Benson do we have? Benson. We don't have a single Trey Benson share. Not a single one. I think we go Benson because we do not have a single Trey Benson share in BBM. That is scary. It's a guy that I want. We're going to go with Trey Benson. Now, the next player, they go Pollard. Okay. Like, I would go Spears here, but I have so much Spears. I could go Mitchell for the stack. I did say I wanted to do a little Purdy, but I could just get a quarterback later and stack up like Rodgers or somebody, or get maybe T-Law falls to me. Goff falls to me. I don't want, man. Mitchell. We'll go Mitchell. This is something I don't think I've ever done. Like, I'm done drafting indie players now. We'll do 2 of them. I think Mitchell's a guy that might have even he falls all the time in draft rooms. What's the difference between like Adonai Mitchell and like any like the receiver tier of like Darno Mooney? Like, am I crazy for just being like, oh yeah, like maybe I just rather have Darno Mooney over Mitchell straight up? I don't know. I really do like Steichen though. If Mitchell is really good, and I think he is, then I'm fine with this pick. But I doubt I actually have any Adonai Mitchell in here anyway. I have one share of Adonai in Bestball Mania. So at least if we're gonna get Adonai, I might as well do it on a Richardson team. I was gonna go Spears again, but like I said, 37% on Spears right now. That would have been like I would just add it to the total. And I don't know if I want to do that. All right. I just think it's contract badgering. He getting tagged. Yep, Pierce Hall in 60s, missing on the 140s. LMAO. There we go. There's no way in the world Shanahan turns a rookie wide receiver into a fantasy relevant player. Mitchell more upside. I think Downs is better. Yeah, who do you guys think is just straight up better, Downs or Mitchell? Because I think it's a conversation. Mitchell, like, he was supposed to like get drafted above. Like, in the big board, Adonai Mitchell was going ahead of Xavier Worthy, which would tell you that like the community just thought that Adonai Mitchell was a better player. So I don't know, like, because he falls into the second is why his stock takes a hit. Which is why he's not going next to Worthy anymore. Worthy also got drafted to like the best possible landing spot, so there's that as well. I don't know though. I have a ton of Adonai Mitchell in the pre-draft process because, like I said, I thought he was a really good receiver. So we'll see. We'll see how it pays off here. It's just I worry about Richardson being, how many times is Richardson going to throw the ball a game? Maybe like average on like 20 to 25 attempts. I don't see him throwing the ball a ton. Maybe he hits the 30. Like, how many times did he throw the ball last year? Where is Richardson? Where is this fool? Okay. Anthony. Oh, am I on? Oh, I'm on 2022. That is why I cannot find him. That would make sense. Okay. Anthony Richardson. He had games. So his passing attempts. Okay, his first game was 37 passing attempts. Then 10. That was the game he got hurt in. Rams game was 25. Tennessee game where he got hurt was 12. So very small. At least he threw 37 in his first NFL game. 24 of 37, 6 yards per attempt, 223 yards, a touchdown. Rushing, he had 40 yards, 10 attempts for 40 yards and a touchdown. So I don't know. Maybe he does. Maybe he is good this year. We'll see. We will see. Now, like this is like somebody said it a couple of drafts ago, but like they were 100% right. It is hard to get receivers on this side of the board. It is really hard. But I'm gonna take this Blake Corum pick to the MF Bank, especially when you consider we have Trey Benson, Corum stacking. If you didn't listen to Mine and Mansion today, Bradley Stalder and the Podfather were both just could not say, just like they said like Kyron and Corum should be going back to back in like the 5th round. But we get Corum at a discount anyway. Like, I'm gonna value hound the shit out of this pick too. Like, if you guys who have been with me since the pre-draft, I was drafting Blake Corum. Like, he was my most drafted running back, I think, behind Ray Davis. Like, I loved Blake Corum. Absolutely love Blake Corum. So I'm happy to get him on this roster. Our running back room is solid. We're definitely going 5 in that room. We have a lot of receivers. I'm probably thinking a little Goff next or Leggett. One of the two for me here. Probably won't draft a running back, but I would like to get one of these two. Goes Leggett. You bet. Do you have any Detroit? You don't. You don't have any. Okay, good. We're going to go Goff here. Value on this too. Stacks up with Gibbs. stacks up with JMO. I mean, I don't see how we don't go Goff. I mean, that's an auto pick right there. And now we are done at quarterback. I kind of like this pairing. I always like pairing up, Richardson with a kind of a safer quarterback, who's probably going to have a lot, like he's probably going to, throw the ball a ton, really good offense, a little bit more safe on a week-to-week basis, where Richardson, maybe if the rushing doesn't get going and he's not, he doesn't take a step forward as a passer this year, you can kind of have those Goff points to kind of, help him out a bit as well. So I really like going Goff with Richardson. So boom, boom, boom. I am a fan. All right. Everyone's saying it looks like Mitchell more upside, Downs is better. Mitchell has a lot of upside. Fantasy-wise, probably Mitchell. Downs more polished, Downs better. Mitchell has a lot more potential, but if he puts in the work, slot players likely in run-heavy offenses are just rarely the play in fantasy. Downs and Tank Dell are my proud sons. Had them QJ pre-draft, and it worked out well, so I'm always a bit biased towards them. That's nice on the QJ take. I drafted QJ in a rookie draft against the Podfathers warning. Thank God that league got dismantled because it's an Empire League. So if somebody wins it 2 years in a row, then we just reset the league and they win like a mega pot. So this guy won it 2 years in a row. So I don't have to live with my fucking Quentin Johnson decision. I also don't know if I should be swearing if we're on player profiling news. Sorry. so used to just my program, my rules. But you know what? We're streaming somewhere else now. So boom. Also, too, guys, if you'd be kind enough, I should probably tag it. I should probably put it in the bio, but if you'd be kind enough, go toss a sub over to Player Profiler News YouTube channel. A lot of cool stuff happening. A couple of different new shows. Player Profiler Primetime is going to be going on over there with Grindberg and who was I forget who the other person. I forget who else is doing it with him. I have to check into that, but go check that out. Gonna be awesome. We're doing news breakdowns every night. I just did 30 minutes ago. I ranked the top 32 NFL play callers in the NFL, so that was fun. My top 3 were McVay, Reed, and Shanahan in that order. All right. How is James catching up at a receiver? How is he doing? Has 6. Has 7 now. Kind of mid receivers, though. You know what I mean? Rolling out there with Christian Watson, Deontay, Lockett, Cooks, Davis, Ricky, and Quentin Johnston. Sheesh. Okay, what are we thinking? We have a really nice balanced build. I'm really liking the way we've kind of built this team. Preferably would like to, still hammer away at another receiver, but don't really feel like I have to. Could probably just go running back. Like if there's a guy that I like there, like if Ray Davis and Algier there and there's no receivers that I like, could definitely do that as well. Would also be fine kind of going tight end here too. CH, any recommended dynasty settings for a startup? I would prefer a slow draft in a startup. I kind of like the slow drafts because you can trade the picks. Trading the picks is always really fun. You can do tight end premium. I always do Superflex if I'm doing any sort of dynasty league. Superflex just makes it more fun. Other stuff I would do, I would just say the slow drafts so you can trade draft picks during a startup. That's what makes it fun. So I would say that for sure. Yep, definitely allocating a lot of capital there now. Yeah. We'll see who falls back around here. Do we have enough Week 17 stuff going on? I feel like we do, right? Jacksonville. We don't have any Tennessee yet, though. Indy, Giants, you can always get later. Roman Wilson goes there. Burton goes snap call. I was thinking Burton there. I'm going to go Hawkinson on this team. We already have Ingram. We're getting him at an ADP value. That betting line thing really intrigued me from yesterday. So we're going to go Hawkinson. And then this will be a 3 tight end team anyway. I knew, if this was going to be a 2 tight end team, I'm probably never drafting Hawkinson on that team. But because I already spent this type of draft capital at QB, this is going to be a 3 tight end team. I can supplement some of maybe Hawkinson's weeks with Ingram and whatever other tight end that I draft. So now the next pick is really where I'm going to struggle here. Could go. I really like Algier. I was thinking Thielen, Bateman. I love that Michael Wilson pick. God damn it. I like Wandale. We do have we do have a big indie bet. So I'm tempted to go Wandale there. I do really like Algier. How much Algier do I have in this? How much Algier do I have? 20%. Let's go Wandale. We have enough Algier. Want to get more receivers, especially because we have this big indie bet. Want to get that week 17 with Wandale. So let's go little Wandale. Hey, don't reveal our trade secrets. We'll see. Like I said, I have more Fanthan in this contest. I mean, I have 45% Fant through 24 teams. So I'm probably, what, 23 teams? Or, excuse me, I'm on 11 teams. 11 teams. So, like, I'm not going to go out of my way to get Fant in this draft. If he falls to me and he's looking at me dead in the face, I'll gladly take him. But if he doesn't, then what can you do? That does sound pretty fun. Never even thought about it. I'll definitely be pulling for that. Yeah, definitely try and do the slow draft. So, like, even and just kind of maybe sell as like a 4-hour clock. I think 4 hours is a really good clock because it's not 8, it's half that. 4, like you could, like, even if you're doing something, you're probably not gonna be doing something for 4 hours. Maybe you're working, but you know what I mean. I think 4 hours is like a good place to set the clock at. So that would be my recommendation. I would recommend also too. Try and trade back as much as you can. Try and get rookie picks the year after. Try and trade back, get more assets. Like if you can trade out of the first, and maybe get an extra second and a third, I would definitely try and do that as well. Maybe get some trade calculators going. Maybe throw out some hypothetical trades, stuff like that. We'll see. You think Kadon's playoff performance can translate? I don't think Kadon's a good tight end, man. I just don't think he's that good. Personally, I am not drafting Kadon. I'm drafting Noah Fant. But yeah, we'll see. I don't think so. To answer your question, I would say no. I just think Kadon's a guy. He's just a guy. Okay. Liking the way his draft's going though. Really I like the receivers that we got. I mean, it's not like we got caught behind that receiver. Not my favorite receiver room I've ever drafted, but our running back room is awesome. Our quarterback room is awesome. I love the upside of our tight end room. So we just got to kind of hammer in maybe a couple more of these, some receivers that I think, that I'm okay with taking. I mean, Demarcus Robinson going to the 14th, like that's not normal. That is not normal. So I don't know what that's all about, but we'll see. Yeah, it's like this is a receiver. Like the receivers, like they're getting reached on like no other. Like we're 10 picks away, and there's not a receiver in sight. Jesus. Okay. We're fine though. This is that's why I'm happy we went receiver kind of when we did. I'm really happy I went Wandale instead of Algier here. I'm really happy, kind of up here where I went Pittman. And I went, Williams right here. So I'm happy with how that's turned out. Now, what we're gonna do here is a different question. Like obviously McCaffrey could be on my radar. I don't love Zay Jones. Like these are round 20 guys, and we're in round 15. Like, look at the value on Hunter Henry right now, man. Like some of these other running backs, like these receivers are just coming off the board. Now we're not necessarily behind that receiver, but I'm trying to draft one right now, and I'm not. If McCaffrey's gone, I'm not going to reach on freaking Zay Jones. That's not going to happen. Team 3 winning this room. Everyone else fighting for second. What's team 3 doing? Just hammering receivers? Yeah. Henry goes. This is tough. Khalif Raymond team. This could be a Khalif Raymond team, honestly. I already have 2 Detroit. I only have 1 Detroit pass catcher. I guess Gibbs is kind of like a pass catcher. He's kind of like a half pass catcher. You know what I mean? He is a pass catcher. He had a ton of catches last year, so he deserves to be in that boat. Now I'm gonna go McCaffrey here. Yeah, McCaffrey. Yeah, the last guy I felt okay. Like I would much rather prefer McCaffrey over Zay Jones and Tolbert and McMillan. So that was a no-brainer pick. Now, the next pick gonna be probably a tight end, maybe a running back. Definitely not Otten. Fant goes. That's good because I might have taken Fant right there. if they did not. I think we're going to go Likely. Actually, we're going to go Jonnu Smith. On a team where Likely might not play. He hasn't really when Andrews has been healthy, Likely has not really been on the field that much. Jonnu Smith, I think he's mispriced. I honestly do. I think he's mispriced. I really, really like Jonnu Smith this year. Mike McDaniel kind of even said it. Did you guys see that the press conference he gave? He was like, just because we haven't used tight ends doesn't mean we're not going to ever use them. That's literally what he said. And he comes from a system where you ever heard of George Kittle and his yak production? We talked about it on stream yesterday, where Jonnu Smith had, what was it? Jonnu Smith had the 8th most yak yards in the league last year. And he had what was, let me find it. Let me pull it up again because I want to get the stat right. Scott, that's because you're a Falcons fan. Oh, well, I do the same thing. I think it's because I'm a Falcons fan, but it's not even it's not because obviously he's not on the Falcons anymore. It's just I saw him play so much last year. So I know how good he is. You know what I mean? I just know how good Jonnu is in terms of the yak. Okay, let's go tight ends yak yards 2023. We'll pull this up real quick. Here we go. That's StatMuse. We don't want StatMuse. We want, here we go. 2023. Where are the advanced stats? I want the advanced. I found it yesterday. Why can't I find it? Here we go. Advanced tight end metrics. Here we go. Now we're locked in. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen over here real quick. So if we filter it by yak, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jonnu Smith was 8 in total yak yards. He was the number 17 tight end overall. He had 582 yards. 582. He had 1 less yak yard than Sam Laporta, who had 300 more yards than him. He had more yak yards than TJ Hawkinson, who had over 400 more yards than him. This is his game. This is his game. If we go to yak after catch per reception. Oh yeah, you get all these weird guys though. That doesn't count. That's the yards after contact per reception. Yeah, these guys barely catch the ball though. You have to put what about broken tackles? Where is he? Yeah, he's still up there. The point I'm trying to make, he is literally a yak god. All of those yards are from I think 1 or 2 games if I remember right. That's a fair comment. The one I'm thinking of is where he caught the 70-yard screen pass, but they're throwing him they're throwing him screen passes. That's what they're doing. They're throwing him screen passes and he's housing it. I don't think we should be discounting the fact that he's housing screen passes. Imagine what this guy's going to do in Miami, where literally the entire design of the offense is to get guys the ball in space. That's where Jonnu is. Jonnu's not a Kelsey. He's not an Ingram. He's not one of these guys who's going to go out there, route you up, and maybe give you a ton of catches. That's not his game. He's who's a good comparison? Without being, he's the Gabe Davis of tight ends in terms of where he's gonna have big weeks. I think that's a perfect comparison. Gabe Davis, and I know you guys don't like Gabe Davis, but Gabe Davis of tight ends in the 16th, 17th, 18th round. I will 100% take that. He's going to have big weeks where he just houses this stuff. They went out, they signed him early. Mike McDaniel's already said, we're going to use him. He knows how to use tight ends. He's had George Kittle. I think, Jonnu and Fant are just the two late round tight ends that I'm going to have huge stances on. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Horrible Pats fan. That's Mac Jones. Doesn't count. And they already had Hunter Henry there anyway. How do you do in 2022? Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about 2022. I choose to forget that one Pats here. I wish it was only one, brother. Yeah, it was not only one. Bad contract. I don't know if I choose, but I definitely forget it. I legit think of Jonnu as a tight end, a Falcon. I'm amazed he played more than 1 year there. Yeah, maybe. And now maybe it is another Smith thing. Maybe, but at this price in that offense, why would you not want to buy an athletic yak god tight end in a Miami offense? Why would you ever draft who? I'm gonna be mean here. Why would you ever draft Chigakonkwo over Jonnu Smith? I'm serious when I say that. Why would you ever do that? Okay, We are on the clock. Roshan is my favorite click in this range. I love clicking Roshan. J.K. Dobbins is the value, but I think Roshan's just a better click. So we're going to click Roshan, and we have one more pick. Going to be a receiver. Quarterbacks we have. Someone said Khalif Raymond. I might do a little. I don't think I've ever drafted Khalif Raymond, to be honest. Chark's usually been my guy. I do draft a lot of Chark. I do like Malik Washington's honestly a fun guy too. I kind of like Malik Washington as well. Let's see. Bryce goes. Let's see what this draft here does. I agree 100%, especially for a third tight end. Exactly. It's dark times for us. I would like to forget as well. Goes Kendrick Bourne. Yeah, there's a New England player. Okay. It's between Chark and Malik Washington for me. We do have some Miami. We don't have any Chargers or anything, so I'm leaning Malik, and I already draft a lot of DJ Chark. I could go Khalif Raymond. I don't know. He had 489 yards last year? It doesn't feel like he did. I'm going to go Malik. Let's go Malik. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Fun player. All right, let's recap the team real quick. Anthony Richardson, Jared Goff, Gibbs, Jacobs, Benson, Corum, Roshan. I love this running back room. Love it. Garrett Wilson, T. Higgins, Pittman, J-Mo, Adonai Mitchell, Wandale, Luke McCaffrey, Malik Washington, Evan Ingram, TJ Hawkinson, and Jonnu Smith. That's going to do it for me today. We'll be back tomorrow night around probably 5, 6, 7, somewhere in that time range. Probably going to do a couple of drafts, especially if the puppies live. We'll definitely hop in a couple puppies tomorrow. So that'll be an absolute blast. I also have to try and max what is the Chihuahua at? Okay, I have 3 entries left or 2 entries left, so I have to max this tonight. Definitely have to max this tonight. I want to get all my 25 entries in there, but we'll see you guys later. We're gonna end the stream with the outro like we always do. This is just kind of part of the bit now, part of the thing. Again, if you're watching on Player Profiler News, thanks for watching. We'll be back once a week, and if you want to see me draft every day, we've done 48 consecutive streams in a row. Follow me on Twitter at PBR Tyler, on YouTube at PBR Tyler. We're also on TikTok. Go show the TikTok some love, please. I'd very much appreciate it. But we'll see you guys tomorrow. Again, stay up to date on the Twitter. I'll drop the times there. Peace out. Go Mavs.